On March 22nd, 2025, something very tragic happened in downtown Memphis. A shooting took place that changed everything in just a few seconds. Rappers Sauce Walka and Sayso P were standing outside the Western Hotel, close to the FedEx Forum, when a car pulled up. Suddenly, a group of men with guns jumped out and started shooting at them. What shocked everyone even more is that only a few days later, one of the people believed to be involved in the shooting was found dead. This news spread very quickly and made people even more worried about what is really going on. The shooting happened around 2:42 in the afternoon. The police said this was not a random attack. It was planned. That means the shooters were looking for Sauce Walka and Sayso P on purpose. This news made many people start asking why these two artists were targeted and who could be behind such a terrible act. After the news came out, fans and other artists were very sad and worried. Sauce Walka, whose real name is Albert Walker Mundane, was shot in the leg. He was taken to the hospital right away. His injury was serious, but he will be okay and is expected to recover. Sauce Walka is a well-known rapper from Houston, and he also started his own music label called The Sauce Factory. Sadly, Sayso P did not make it. His real name was Torian Hunt. He was only 27 years old and had a bright future ahead of him. He died right there at the scene. His death has broken the hearts of his family, friends, and many fans in Memphis and beyond. Now, people are asking a lot of questions. Why did this happen? Who planned it? This was not just a random crime. It was a huge loss. One young rapper is gone forever, and another one is trying to heal. The whole music world is watching and hoping for justice and peace. After the shooting, many people started asking one big question: why did this happen? What could have caused something so violent? The connection between Sauce Walka and Sayso P was more than just music. Their friendship began in a very real way. In an old interview, Sauce Walka shared that they first met through street racing in Houston, not through making songs together. Over time, their friendship grew stronger. They spent more time together and truly got to know each other. Sauce Walka saw something special in Sayso P. He believed in his talent and in his character. That is why he signed him to his record label, The Sauce Factory. This was not just about business, it came from the heart. Sauce Walka even called Sayso P his little brother. Because of this strong bond, what happened on March 22nd hurt even more deeply. When more information came out, people were shocked by what the video showed. A security camera captured the whole moment. A white car stopped on George Wesley Avenue. 3 men got out. 2 of them, one in a black coat and the other in red, ran straight toward a black Escalade. That was where Sauce Walka and Sayso P were sitting. Without saying a word, the men started shooting. The video, which was shared online by TMZ around March 25th or March 26th, showed something very sad. One person, believed to be Sayso P, fell down behind the car. Sauce Walka was able to run away. After firing the shots, the men ran back to their car and drove off, leaving behind a painful scene that soon made headlines across the country. Right after the shooting, the Memphis Police Department got to work. They used the video and other tools to follow every clue. Within a few days, they had a strong lead. On March 26, 2025, the police named a suspect. His name was Jaden Dandridge, a 21-year-old man. He was charged with first-degree murder, attempted murder, using a weapon during a dangerous crime, and stealing a car. The police also offered a $6,000 reward to help find him. This showed how serious the case had become. But even after naming a suspect, people were still confused. What was the real reason behind this attack? Was it a personal issue? Was it something related to street life or something else completely? Fans, family, and the hip-hop community all wanted to understand why this happened. Many believed there was more to the story. As Sauce Walka began to heal from his injury, he shared his thoughts online. In a video, he showed the wound on his leg. He tried to stay strong and positive. Someone in the background said, "It is not that bad. trying to make him feel better. But even with those words, the pain was clear on his face. In that same video, Sauce Walka said, "Sauce in peace, Sayso P." This was his way of saying goodbye to someone he truly loved. That video and many of his social media posts showed how hurt he really was. In one moment, he said, "Thank you, I love you, bro. I was going to call you while packing. I am still dripping in slow motion. This is one of my Islamic brothers right here." These words came straight from the heart. Then on March 25th, 2025, Sauce Walka posted a long message on Instagram. It was full of emotion. He said, "Words or tears cannot explain the loss I feel. I wish your fat self had listened to me and stayed in the room." This message showed how close they were. He talked about how they traveled together for 4 years. He said COP was always loyal. His words helped fans understand just how big this loss really was. At the same time, COP's mother spoke up too. She wanted to clear up some of the stories that people were sharing. Some were saying COP did something wrong, but his mother denied that. She said, "Haters set him up." She believed he was targeted, and she wanted the truth to be heard. The news of Jonathin death shocked everyone. He had just been named as the main suspect in the Memphis shooting, and now he was gone too. The fact that he was killed in such a violent way, only days after the first shooting, made the situation even more mysterious. People could not stop asking questions. Why was he in Houston? Did he run away to hide? Or was someone looking for him? Some believed that this was not a random killing at all. They thought it was planned, maybe even a revenge act. Just like the Memphis shooting, this also looked like it had a target and a message. This chain of events created fear and confusion. 2 people had now lost their lives, and many others were left heartbroken. Fans, family, and even strangers felt the weight of what had happened. The hip-hop world was once again reminded of how real and dangerous things can get, even for those who are just trying to make music and chase their dreams. Through it all, Sauce Walka kept sharing his feelings. He was hurt, but he wanted people to remember his friend with love. He spoke about the good times, the laughs, and how COP was like a little brother to him. His words showed that this was more than music. It was family. It was love. And now it was loss. There are still many questions with no clear answers. The police are still working to find out the full truth. But one thing is clear, this story has touched a lot of hearts. It has shown the world how fast things can change, and how violence can take away lives full of talent and promise. As fans continue to talk online, share memories, and send prayers, one message keeps coming through: this could have been avoided. Maybe with more peace, more care, and less hate, COP would still be here today. The death of Jonathin surprised everyone. Just a few days earlier, he had been named as the main suspect in the Memphis shooting. And now he was also gone. He did not die in a normal way. He was killed with a gun, and that made people feel even more shocked and confused. Everyone started asking questions. Why did he go to Houston? Was he trying to hide from someone? Or did someone go there to find him? Some people believed this was not just a random killing. They thought someone planned it. They believed it might have been a revenge killing. Just like the shooting in Memphis, this one also looked like it had a purpose and a message. All of this made people feel scared and sad. 2 lives were gone now. 2 families were left heartbroken. Friends, fans, and even strangers were feeling the pain. The music world was once again reminded that real life can be very dangerous. Even people who only want to make music and follow their dreams can get caught in something painful and serious. During this hard time, Sauce Walka kept speaking from the heart. He was hurt, but he still found the strength to share his feelings. He told people about COP and how much he loved him. He spoke about the good memories, the fun they had together, and how COP was like a little brother to him. It showed that their bond was not just about music. It was about real love. It was about family. And now, that family had lost someone very special. Even now, many things are still not clear. The police are still working to find out the full truth. But one thing is very clear: this story has touched many hearts. It has shown how quickly life can change. It has shown how violence can take away people who had big dreams and bright futures. Fans are still sharing their feelings online. Some are posting memories. Others are praying. Many people are saying the same thing: this could have been stopped. Maybe if there was more peace in the world, more kindness, and less hate, Sayso P would still be alive today. Police are still looking for a man named Kevin Brown. He is 22 years old and is facing the same kind of charges that Jayden Dandridge was facing. Since Kevin has not been caught yet, people believe that others may still be involved in the attack on Sauce Walka and Sayso P. This made the case even more confusing and serious. When people heard about Jayden Dandridge's death, the news spread very fast on social media. Pages like Gang Hits and XXL first told people that Jayden was the main suspect and that there was a reward for anyone who helped catch him. Later, these same pages shared that he had been found dead. A lot of people reacted to these posts because they had been closely following the case. The updates were shocking for many. Some people said that Jayden's death felt like street justice. They believed it was an act of revenge. Others felt very sad and said it was just another sign that violence keeps creating more violence. This kind of thinking has become too common, and it seems like there is no clear end to it. Looking back at Sauce Walka's past, we can see that he has gone through many serious situations before. In 2023, he was involved in a car chase and was later arrested. In 2022, there was a robbery attempt, and he said he had to defend himself. These kinds of events made some people believe that he lives a life filled with trouble and danger. There are also some claims online that Sauce Walka has been shot or shot at every year since 2021. Some people think this may not be true, but many others believe it because of the way violence seems to follow him. These stories have become part of how people see him. The effect of everything that happened has touched many lives. Sauce Walka is trying to heal from his injuries, but his heart is also broken. He is mourning the death of his close friend Sayso P. On social media, he shared many messages showing his pain. In one message, he said, "You left this earth happy and successful," to show that his friend had reached something beautiful before his life was taken away. Sayso P's mother is also speaking out. She is heartbroken too. She said that her son was not killed because of robbery or theft. She believes that some people were jealous and that her son was loyal to the wrong people. Her words show how hard it is for a mother to lose her child and try to understand why it happened. The hip-hop world is feeling all of this deeply. Many fans and artists are sharing their thoughts and calling for peace. Sauce Walka himself said that there needs to be less violence in the community. These events made people talk about the real danger behind music, especially when problems in songs turn into real fights in real life. Fans and artists alike are wishing for a future where the hip-hop world moves toward peace, unity, and safety, where the focus is on uplifting one another rather than falling into cycles of violence. The hip-hop world, like any other industry, is filled with both light and darkness. It is a place where dreams are made, but also where struggles are real and sometimes tragic. The loss of Sayso P has sparked intense conversations about how the culture can shift away from promoting violence and instead focus on supporting artists, building a sense of community, and fostering positive relationships. Many are hopeful that this moment will lead to a change in mindset, where artists and fans alike will take steps to prevent further violence and embrace a message of peace. Through all the discussions, the love for Sayso P and the respect for Sauce Walka's role in his life are undeniable. People are continuing to mourn, but they are also looking forward to a future where lessons are learned, and where the hip-hop community can come together, heal, and move forward in a positive direction. The hope is that, over time, the focus will shift from tragedy to transformation, and that the hip-hop world will grow stronger, more unified, and safer for all. On social media, many people shared their thoughts about Sauce Walka. Some blamed him directly for COP's death, saying that his careless actions played a big part. Others accused him of chasing fame and attention by starting beefs with other artists. One person even called him a fake gang member and criticized his authenticity. A common concern in these discussions was safety. Fans pointed out that Sauce Walka had been involved in violence before, with some saying he had been shot at or shot every year since 2021. Many felt that he needed to be more careful and get better security when he travels. One comment on X pointed out how Sauce Walka had been in dangerous situations too many times and needed to take his safety more seriously. The conversation about safety also led to larger discussions about the culture in hip-hop. Fans criticized rappers and athletes for showing off their wealth and success on social media. They believed that such behavior makes them easy targets for robbery and violence. Many people called for a change in how celebrities act and how they approach their safety. As the investigations into the shootings continued, many people began to wonder if there was a connection between the Memphis shooting and Jaden Dandridge's death. Some people thought that Dandridge's death was revenge for what happened in Memphis, while others believed it was just a separate event. Without clear answers from the police, fans were left to guess based on what they knew about the timing and location of the incidents. The events also sparked conversations about violence in the hip-hop community. Sauce Walka made a public statement saying he would not seek revenge against the people who hurt COP, even though he could. Some people appreciated this stance, seeing it as a stand against more violence. Others were not sure if he meant it or if he was just trying to make himself look better after the tragedy. This raised questions about whether revenge or forgiveness should be the way forward. These events also brought attention back to Memphis, a city known for its influence in Southern hip-hop, but also for violence affecting its artists. The attack on Sauce Walka and COP in Memphis has made people worry about the dangers artists face when they visit. In addition, the discovery of Dandridge's body in Houston raised questions about the city's connection to the events, especially since Sauce Walka has ties to Houston. The link between Memphis and Houston made things even more complicated and left people wondering how much these two cities were involved in what happened. For fans of both Sauce Walka and COP, these events made them think about the artists' careers and legacies. COP, at only 27 years old, was just starting to build his career, and his death is not just a loss for his family, but for the music world too. Sauce Walka has continued to honor his friend, remembering him for the happiness and success he achieved before his death. Despite the criticism Sauce Walka faces, many still admire his talent as a rapper. Some fans have even called him one of the best rappers in Texas, despite all the drama. This situation shows how complex the world of hip-hop is, with a mix of respect for the music and criticism of personal choices. Fans are still reflecting on how violence, fame, and the way artists live their lives come together in the music industry.